All right, so let's dive into the world of crypto in 2025. It looks like from your video submission, you're ready to get started with cryptocurrency. And hey, you're not alone. Over 40 million Americans are already in the game. But crypto can feel like a secret society with its own language. So that's why we're here to break down the basics and set you up for success. No jargon required.
You got it. Think of us as your crypto translators. We'll break it all down into bite-sized pieces so you understand not just the what, but the why behind crypto.
I love that. So first things first, what exactly is cryptocurrency? I mean, I know it's digital money, but beyond that, I'm kind of lost.
Well, you can think of it like money that exists purely online. No banks or governments needed to manage it. That's the essence of cryptocurrency. And it operates on this revolutionary tech called blockchain.
Blockchain, that word's everywhere. Is it really as complex as it sounds?
It might sound intimidating, but the concept's actually pretty simple. Just picture a digital ledger, like a giant spreadsheet that keeps track of every single transaction. But here's the twist. This ledger isn't kept in one place. It's distributed across a huge network of computers. This makes it super secure and transparent.
So instead of one bank keeping track of everything, it's like a global team effort. Everyone's holding a piece of the puzzle.
Exactly. That's the beauty of decentralization. It takes power away from those traditional institutions and puts it back into the hands of individuals. And to make sure everyone's on the same page, these computers are constantly communicating and verifying transactions. They do this with complex mathematical equations. Think of it like a constant digital handshake confirming every transaction.
Okay, that's starting to make sense. So where do Bitcoin and Ethereum fit into all of this? They seem to be like the rock stars of the crypto world.
They are indeed. Bitcoin was the pioneer created way back in 2009. It's often called digital gold because, just like gold, it's scarce. It's seen as a store of value, especially during those times of economic uncertainty. But unlike a hunk of gold, you can send Bitcoin anywhere in the world in minutes.
So could it be a hedge against inflation? I've heard some economists say that, it could be a safe haven asset like gold.
Yeah, that's a huge debate right now, and it's fascinating to watch unfold. Some people believe Bitcoin's limited supply makes it a perfect inflation hedge, while others argue its volatility makes it too risky for that. It's uncharted territory, and that's what makes it so exciting.
Definitely keeps things interesting. And what about Ethereum? It seems to be more than just a digital currency.
You're right, Ethereum is more of a platform. It lets developers build decentralized applications. Everything from those digital collectibles everyone's going crazy for NFTs, to self-executing contracts known as smart contracts. Imagine a world where legal agreements just execute themselves. They do this automatically when certain conditions are met.
Wow, that sounds pretty futuristic. But hold on. The video you sent mentioned wild price swings in crypto. And that makes me kind of nervous.
Yeah, you're right to be cautious. Volatility is a hallmark of the crypto market. Remember that Bitcoin price we talked about? Well, one day it could be soaring high and the next day it could take a dip. That's why the golden rule of crypto is never invest more than you can comfortably lose. Treat it like venture capital, not your retirement fund.
So dipping my toes in the water, not diving headfirst into the deep end. Got it. But with all this volatility, how do I even know where to start? Do I just pick a random coin and hope for the best?
Not exactly. To buy and sell crypto, you're going to need to use something called an exchange. Think of it as a digital marketplace for crypto. And there are a few key players you should know about.
Okay, so it's like choosing the right store to buy my crypto groceries. What are my options?
For beginners in the US, Coinbase is often the go-to. It's really user-friendly. Clean interface, kind of like the Apple Store of crypto exchanges. However, it does have fees, usually around 1.5% per transaction. Think of it as a convenience charge for that smooth user experience.
Okay, 1.5% doesn't seem outrageous. But are there any alternatives with lower fees, even if they're maybe a little more complex?
Absolutely. If you're looking for something more cost-effective, Finance.us is known for its lower fees. However, it's not available in all U.S. states, so make sure to check if it's accessible where you are first. And for those who prioritize security above all else, Kraken is known for its really robust security measures.
So it's a balancing act. Ease of use versus cost versus security. Are there any red flags to watch out for when choosing an exchange?
That's a great question. It's always smart to do your research. Check online reviews to get some real-time insights. Users often share their experiences. They'll highlight any hidden fees or platform outages or customer service issues. It's like getting the inside scoop before you commit.
Good point. I wouldn't buy a car without reading reviews, so why would I choose a crypto exchange without doing the same?
Exactly. Informed decisions are key in the crypto world. And once you've chosen your platform, the sign-up process is usually pretty straightforward. You'll typically need to provide an email address, verify your identity with like a photo ID, and you're ready to go.
Okay, so I've chosen my exchange. I'm all signed up. What happens next in this crypto adventure? Do I just hit the buy button and start accumulating digital gold?
Not so fast. Before you go buying that first Bitcoin or Ethereum, you need a safe place to store it. And this is where crypto wallets come in.
Wallets. Like a digital piggy bank for my crypto. Tell me more.
Think of it like your personal bank account for cryptocurrency. Now, some exchanges like Coinbase offer built-in wallets, but they hold the keys to those wallets, meaning you don't really have full control over your funds. If the exchange goes down or gets hacked, your crypto could be at risk.
Wait, so my crypto could just vanish into thin air if the exchange has a problem. That sounds kind of unsettling. Are there other options that give me more control?
Absolutely. That's where independent wallets come in. They give you complete control over your crypto assets. There are two main types: software wallets and hardware wallets. Software wallets like Trust Wallet are free, easy to use. You can access them right on your phone. It's like having your crypto bank in your pocket.
That seems like a good starting point for someone like me. But what about those hardware wallets? I've heard they're more secure.
You're right. Hardware wallets offer like the highest level of security. They store your crypto offline away from those dangers of the internet. They're physical devices like a little USB stick. You plug it into your computer when you need to make a transaction. Ledger is a popular brand. They cost around $80, but it's like Fort Knox for your crypto if you have like a significant amount invested.
Okay, so starting with a software wallet like Trust Wallet makes sense. And then if my crypto holdings grow, I can always upgrade to a hardware wallet for that extra peace of mind. But how do I actually get my crypto into these wallets?
That's where that 12-word recovery phrase comes in. Think of it as like the master key to your crypto kingdom. When you set up a wallet, you'll be given this unique phrase, and it's super important to write it down on paper. Store it somewhere securely offline. Never, ever share it with anyone. And avoid storing it digitally where it could be vulnerable to hackers.
Got it. So my crypto journey starts with understanding the basics, choosing an exchange and setting up a wallet. I'm feeling a lot more confident already. What's next on our agenda?
Now comes the exciting part, actually buying your first cryptocurrency.
All right, let's do this. I'm ready to join those 40 million Americans who own crypto. So what's step one?
Well, you'll need to connect either your bank account or your debit card to your chosen exchange. It's similar to setting up online banking or like linking a card to a payment app.
Okay, makes sense. Anything I should be aware of during this process?
Yeah, bank transfers usually have lower fees than using your debit card, so that's probably the way to go if you want to save some money.
Good to know. Speaking of money, how much should I invest initially? I kind of just want to test the waters, without taking on too much risk.
Yeah, it's always smart to start small, especially as a beginner. Even like $20 is a good place to start, just to kind of get a feel for the process and the platform. Think of it as a crypto latte, like the price of a fancy coffee to get you started on your journey.
Uh-huh, I like that. $20 it is. But with so many cryptocurrencies out there, which one should I buy first? It's a bit overwhelming.
I get it. It's a lot to take in. For your first purchase, sticking with established players like Bitcoin, BTC, or Ethereum, ETH, is a solid strategy. They have a longer track record, broader adoption, and they tend to be a bit more stable compared to those newer and more volatile cryptocurrencies.
So Bitcoin and Ethereum are like the blue chip stocks of the crypto world. Solid and reliable.
You could say that, yeah, they're the foundational players. They have a proven track record. And who knows, maybe one day you'll be telling stories about how you bought your first Bitcoin back in 2025 when it was still affordable.
Uh-huh. One can dream. All right, so let's say I'm going with Coinbase. Can you walk me through the actual buying process? What do I click? What do I type?
Oh, it's surprisingly simple. You log into your Coinbase account, click the buy button, select either Bitcoin or Ethereum, enter the amount you want to purchase, remember our $20 crypto latte, and confirm the transaction. Easy as ordering something online.
Wow, that does sound pretty straightforward. But didn't we talk about those pesky fees earlier? Is there any way to, outsmart those?
Yes, actually. A lot of platforms, including Coinbase, offer a feature called a limit order. So instead of buying at the current market price, which can change constantly, you can actually set a specific price that you're willing to pay. Then, if the market price dips down to your limit price, your order will automatically be filled.
Ooh, so I could save money by just being patient and waiting for a better price. That's brilliant.
Patience is a virtue in the crypto world,
Why?
especially when it comes to fees. I actually remember using a limit order to buy Ethereum one time, and I saved like $15 just by waiting for the price to dip a tiny bit. It's a great tool for savvy investors.
Okay, awesome. So I've successfully bought my first cryptocurrency. Now what? Do I just sit back and watch the numbers hopefully go up?
Congratulations on taking the plunge. But the journey doesn't end there. In fact, one of the most important parts of navigating this whole space is staying safe and protecting your investments.
Right. The video I sent in definitely touched on the whole, you know, prevalence of scams in the crypto world. Made me a little paranoid, to be honest.
Mm.
Any tips for staying one step ahead of those scammers?
Absolutely. First and foremost, be extremely wary of any unsolicited messages or emails or links. The ones promising like free coins or guaranteed returns. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
Good life advice in general, not just for the crypto world.
Exactly. Another important thing is to enable two-factor authentication. And you want to do this on all your crypto-related accounts. It adds an extra layer of security by requiring a unique code, usually from an app like Google Authenticator. You'll need this in addition to your password.
So even if someone steals my password, they still can't access my account without that unique code.
Exactly. It makes it much harder for those hackers to do any damage. Think of it like a double lock on your digital vault.
Okay, so two-factor authentication is going on the to-do list. Anything else I should know?
Well, this might be the most important tip. Remember that 12-word recovery phrase we talked about earlier? Guard that with your life. Someone gets a hold of that, they can get into your crypto wallet and drain all your funds.
Seriously, it's that powerful. It's like a magic spell that unlocks all my crypto riches.
You got it. Treat it like a treasure map leading to buried gold. Write it down on paper and store it somewhere safe offline, ideally like a fireproof safe or somewhere really secure. And never, ever store it on any digital device. Those are way too vulnerable to hacks.
So paper and a good hiding spot are my best friends.
Got it. Any other advice for, navigating this sometimes sketchy world of crypto?
It's a good habit to stay informed about the latest scams and security threats. A lot of crypto communities and security experts share info about current scams. They also talk about phishing attempts on social media and online forums. A little vigilance goes a long way. So continuous learning is key. Just like in any other field, staying ahead of the curve is the best way to stay safe.
Exactly. The world of crypto is constantly evolving, so staying curious and up to date is really important. Don't be afraid to ask questions or join online communities. And follow those reputable sources of information.
Okay, that makes sense. So we've covered a lot of ground today, from understanding the basics of cryptocurrency to actually buying our first coins, and how to stay safe in the process. I feel like I've leveled up my crypto knowledge significantly.
You're well on your way to becoming a crypto pro. But remember, the journey doesn't end here. The crypto world is vast and full of possibilities. Your adventure has just begun.
Well said. So for our listener who's been on this journey with us, what's next? What should they be thinking about?
Well, that's a great question. Now that they've dipped their toes in the water, they kind of have some choices to make. Do they want to dive in head first and start building a diverse crypto portfolio? Or maybe they prefer to just observe the market for a little while, learn more, and wait for the right opportunity to make their next move?
So it's like standing at a crossroads. One path leads to active trading, and the other to, watchful waiting. Both valid approaches.
Absolutely. There's no right or wrong answer. It all depends on, their risk tolerance, their investment goals, and how comfortable they are with this exciting and always changing space.
I love that you emphasize the importance of personal choice, finding the right path for each individual. It's not a one-size-fits-all world out there. But hey, before we wrap up this deep dive, I have to ask. Any teasers for what's coming up next on the show? Our listeners are always hungry for more knowledge.
Let's just say we've been keeping our eye on some exciting developments. There are a few up-and-coming cryptocurrencies that are really making waves in 2025.
You piqued my curiosity. Can you give us at least a hint?
Let's just say if you're interested in the next generation of crypto stars, you won't want to miss our next deep dive, where we'll be exploring the top 5 coins to watch in 2025. We'll dive into their unique features, their potential use cases, and why they just might be worth adding to your watch list.
Wow, that sounds fascinating. I'm already marking it on my calendar. Well, thanks for joining us on this crypto adventure. And to our listener, remember, the crypto world is vast and always changing. But with careful research, a healthy dose of skepticism, and a commitment to continuous learning, it can be a really thrilling and rewarding journey. We'll catch you on the next deep dive. Okay, so we journeyed through this crypto landscape. We covered everything from like blockchain basics to navigating, the wild west of scams out there.
Yeah.
And now you're armed with all this knowledge to make your own informed decisions about cryptocurrency.
And hopefully we've sparked some excitement along the way, and maybe even that desire to keep exploring this fascinating world. Remember, this crypto space is constantly evolving. The learning never really stops.
Very true. So for our listener who's been on this journey with us, let's do like a quick recap of the 5 crucial steps that we covered. It's a lot to take in, so a refresher never hurts.
Yeah, absolutely. We started by unraveling the mystery of cryptocurrency itself, like how it operates on blockchain
Mm,
and why it has the potential to really disrupt those traditional financial systems.
right. Then we explored those different platforms or exchanges where you can actually buy and sell crypto. We weighed the pros and cons of some popular options like Coinbase, Binance.us, and Kraken. It's like finding the right tool for the job.
Hmm.
Finding that platform that really aligns with your needs and priorities.
Yeah. And before diving into that first purchase, we talked about the importance of crypto wallets, those digital vaults to protect your precious crypto. We talked about the differences between software wallets like Trust Wallet and hardware wallets like Ledger, highlighting how important security is and having control over your own keys.
And we can't forget the thrill of buying that first coin, sticking with those established giants, Bitcoin and Ethereum, just for a solid foundation. And we shared some pretty savvy strategies like limit orders
Hmm.
to maybe get a better price and outsmart those annoying fees.
Yeah. But knowledge without caution can be risky. So we also talked about those scams and security threats, hopefully giving you the knowledge to recognize those red flags. Enable those important security features like two-factor authentication. And guard that 12-word recovery phrase like it's the key to a hidden fortune.
It's been quite the adventure, and now our listener is ready to navigate this crypto world with confidence. But what's next for them? What's the next chapter in their crypto story?
Well, that's entirely up to them. They might be ready to dive in headfirst and start building a diverse crypto portfolio, maybe even exploring some of those alternative coins we talked about. Or maybe they're a little more cautious and they want to continue learning and watching the market before making their next move.
It's a choose-your-own-adventure story.
Hmm.
Endless possibilities. This crypto world is full of surprises. Who knows what exciting developments are waiting just around the corner?
Exactly. And that's what makes this space so captivating. There's always something new to learn, some new trend to analyze, some new innovation to ponder.
So true. For our listener, I hope this deep dive has sparked a passion for learning about crypto. Keep that curiosity going. Explore those resources we mentioned. And never hesitate to ask questions. The more you know, the better equipped you'll be to navigate this exciting and ever-changing world. Happy exploring, and until next time, may your crypto journey be filled with knowledge and wisdom. And hey, maybe even a little